Hello, Commanders. Commander Highlander here. Today we have something special, I believe. At least it's special to me. This is the Mandalay that you see here from the cockpit view, which is originally designed as an exploration ship. But I have turned it into an AX fighting ship, which to me has turned out quite amazing. One of the best ships that I've ever flown, killing Thargoids and invasions, which I never would have thought in a million years it would have been as good as it actually is. As you'll see as I take off here shortly to go over to this invasion and kill some Thargoids. Super fast, super nimble for a fighting ship or for an exploration ship that is supposedly an exploration ship, which it is. It's got amazing jump range and amazing fuel economy, which actually helps it be a better fighter as well. Because, as you know, most fighters, you don't put fuel scoops on. You use everything for protection and defense and offense. So I'm going to go into an external camera view here in a minute and show you what it looks like on the outside. This is a stellar version of the ship, which comes with A-rated equipment on it already, but almost everything that it came with I got changed. I bought the Stellar version because it does come with the ship kit. Just as cheap to buy the Stellar as it is to buy the standard if you want the ship kit. If you just want the standard ship and don't care about the ship kit, then just buy the standard. You're going to have to engineer things no matter what you do. But here, let's go into external view and we'll show you what this beautiful ship looks like. External view.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Such language. This is the Raven, is what I've named this ship. She's a Mandalay exploration ship. The blue paint job. Now this one did come with the red and silver Stellar paint job, but I did get the blue one. I really like the blue one. It accents the call set letters and the decals, and the decals here are stick out quite nicely on this paint job. I do enjoy it a lot. The lighting is really good, as you can see, the lighting under the wings. But the ship kit really makes this ship stand out with the accents that it has. It's just an amazing way this thing flies and moves, and never would I've ever thought that it would be as good a fighter as it is. Now, when I mean fighter, I mean it's in Thargoid situations so far. I haven't tested this in the human. I will build a human version of it eventually when this war is over. If the war, depending on what they're going to do, because nobody knows that I know of knows what's going to go on in the war at the end. We got one Titan left, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But this thing is just absolutely amazing, the way it flies and the way it turns and the way it moves. It's just an absolute blast to fly and shoot, and it actually looks like a fighter. This thing just looks like a fighter. It's just an amazing ship. So let's go in, let's tuck back down in my carrier, and I'll show you what this build is, and then we'll take off and we'll go kill some Thargoids in it. External camera.
Changing camera.
We'll go into outfitting here. Now this is the second version of this. The original version did have all AX cannons, but there are only 2 slots and 1 slots available, or what we say mediums and smalls. So for hard points, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 number 2s, which are great. Don't get me wrong. If Oni had one thing to change about this ship, it would be that they add 2 3s to it. But like I said, this is originally designed as an exploration ship, not a fighter. But as everyone knows, it's played this game for as many years as we have. We always do things that they don't tell us to do or we shouldn't do. And this was a fighter before it ever was an exploration ship for me. As soon as I purchased this thing, it was getting tore down and turned into a fighter to be tested. So instead of having 4 AX cannons, which is what I had on it originally, I went with the 2 pre-engineered, which would be, I guess we call these the azimuth shard cannons, which if you guys are interested on how to get this stuff, you'll have to let me know. If you watch the video and the video gets any views, and somebody wants to know how you get these Guardian technology stuff, I'll have to go out and do a separate video and show you how to get the blueprints and get the parts to purchase these. Now, these particular ones, you have to have parts every time you purchase these particular shard cannons. There are other Guardian guns that aren't engineered that you can unlock, and once you unlock them, you can buy as many of them as you want. But that gets confusing, so we're not going to get too much into that. I'm just saying, if you want to know how to get these shard cannons and plasma, pre-engineered plasma cannons, and there's several pre-engineered Guardian weapons that you can buy. These are long range, brutal. They shoot really very far, as you can see the distance in the specs here. I have 2 of those, and mainly these are just so you can exert things easier when you're shooting, because if you come across a basilisk, you want to be able to exert that basilisk much faster than you can with 4 number 2 AX multi-cannons. So here we got our standard. This is a standard build for me. I use this build a lot. Almost all my AX ships are built the same way, just depending on how many slots they have. So here we're going to run 2A fixed weapons. These are always fixed. They're not gimbaled. Shard cannons. And then we're going to run 2 of the AX. These are the azimuth multi-cannons. And 2 regular gimbaled beams on the number 1 slots. And they're modified as long range with thermal vent for cooling, because you will need cooling. Anytime you run these shard cannons, you're going to need some form of cooling, because these things will generate heat, as you'll see when I start fighting with it. You can't get excited with these shard cannons, because they'll make your ship hot. Utility mounts are standard for Thargoid encounters. For going to invasions, 2 caustic sinks, a scanner so you can scan them and lock onto the hearts individual, and the shutdown field neuralizer. Pretty normal stuff. Option, this is pretty much everything standard, except it is engineered. None of this, they all came as A's on the ship except for this. You don't need 4A life support. You see the ones that had the little bag next to them. These are actually things that came on the ship already, but they weren't engineered. So anything that has a little bag on it came on the ship originally. Anything that doesn't is something that I've purchased. So I added military grade composite. I don't really know. The main thing you get from this is that you get a plus 250% hull boost, which when you're using no shields, which I don't use shields when I'm doing invasions. I use shields in other Thargoid things, but in this particular instance, you don't want to use any shields. This is hull stuff. This is all for hull, for power. Of course, your power plant, anytime, I most of the time, sometimes I can use a Guardian hybrid power plant. It just depends on what I'm using. I had to use a overcharged power plant, monster, for the most power for this. And of course, thrusters are always, for me, dirty drive tuning with drag drives for maximum, and this ship is amazingly fast. It came with an SCO drive, this ship did. It had to be engineered for distance, but look, the jump range is phenomenal on this ship. The jump range is absolutely phenomenal on this. And now, for some reason, I am not getting the ship specs. I wonder why. I'm not getting any specs on that stuff. It's kind of weird. Huh. But okay, this has maximum, which puts this jump range at almost 50 before, and that's with everything on it. I think mine's currently at 45. I can't believe, I don't understand why I don't have the current specs. Let's see. Let's go back and then go back in here. I should have some specs on this ship. Cool. Okay, here now the specs popped up that time. Here, 5A thrusters, completely built the way I have it built. My current jump range is 4462. Now that's phenomenal for a ship you're going to use as a fighter. Because like I said, most fighters you don't put fuel scoops on. You don't, because it uses up a slot you might want for protection, caustic protection, or module protection, or something of that nature. Maybe you're using shield cell banks if you're in a human version. Um, there's lots of other things you could use it for. So I don't use fuel scoops on my fighters unless I absolutely have to. Frame shift drive, like I said, it's always engineered for length and distance. 4D power distributor, most always for me, unless I'm using an all-human ship, which would be beams or things that use a lot of power. Uh, I use charge enhanced on most everything. If I was doing a ship that had several pulse lasers or beams, then I would switch it over to a weapons focused for beams and things of that nature. 5D thrusters, they're modified long range, gives you the extra little distance, which is nice. Under optional, now here's the important stuff that helps the ship survive when you're messing with Thargoids, at least in my personal opinion. A lot of you can use regular hull modules, guys. You don't have to use the Guardian stuff. If you're not using Guardian stuff or you don't have Guardian stuff, you don't have to have it. You can use regular hull modules. It's just going to take you a little bit more work because you're going to have to engineer them. Where I don't have to engineer these. And if you look over here on the right hand side at the very bottom of this list, you'll see whether each one of these modules is 5% caustic resistant. Where you're not going to get that with a standard hull module. You're just not going to get that. That's why I use these. But these things use a lot of power. They draw power from the ship. So this is why I have to have a monstered, overcharged power plant on this ship. And again, if you're interested on how to get these, if you don't know, let me know. Send me a message. I'll do a video, a short video. I might do one anyway and upload it on how to do the Guardian tech to get the blueprints and to get the pieces and the parts you need. It's a whole nother part of the game that's very enjoyable, and the Guardian stuff, some of the greatest stuff I think in the game. I have always enjoyed doing the Guardian thing. So if you really want to know, I'll do a short tutorial, pretty self-explanatory. Well, it's nothing too difficult. You just have to fly quite a distance out to get them, about 1,000 light years, 700 to 1,000 light years, depending on where you go to do your module and your blueprint stuff. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those hull modules there. I'm running 2 standard modules for internal module protection. I don't use Guardians for these because they can get damaged if certain things show up while you're flying in an area like a glaive. If a glaive show up and you have regular module or Guardian module protection on, they can be damaged unless you protect them with a Ramtah upgrade, which is a whole nother story. I don't know, the whole thing it can be very confusing. I wish they would have done a little bit better explaining some of this stuff to players, because some of this Guardian stuff can be very confusing. And then the rest of the build are all hull replacements. And so far I have 0 problems with modules being damaged so far in all the battles that I've used so far. 0 problems at all. So there is the build that I use. That this is a standard build for me, depending on what ship it is, on how many slots it has and what it's available. It's a very, very standard for Thargoid hunting. Now, you wouldn't take this particular ship into a Spire or messing with a Titan, because it would get chewed to pieces in that situation because of the type of caustic that's in both of those. You would never take a Guardian type of module, pre-engineered module, in there. The hull modules would be okay, but the weapons on this, like those shard cannons, you would never take fighting an orifice or any of that, things of that nature. Now, if I go down to an invasion and I run into some glaives, then I don't have a problem. I can kill the glaives and then repair these. If you're messing with an orifice, like in a Spire, if your orifice is hunting, and you run into, and the caustic they put out will damage and destroy these weapons. They're almost impossible to repair in that situation. But glaives, I can kill the glaives and then repair these, and then they're back to normal. But every time glaives would show up, I'd probably have to do the same thing, repair them. So they're not for everybody. But I always try to use them when I can. Okay, that's the build. We are going to go to, let's see where we're going to go to here. and seeing, I was going to mention one other thing, and seeing how this is the bought ship, and it comes with all the stuff on it already. And if this gets killed, it's going to come back as the way I built it here because I've modified it. Right panel? Right panel. My rebuy cost on this ship is 1,144,572 credits. The rebuild on this ship, if I was just to buy the standard ship right out of the game and pay in-game credits, which this is a $15 million ship, believe it or not, this ship is not super expensive, would be a lot more than 1 million. A lot more than 1 million for the rebuy. But since I purchased this, only thing I'm paying for is the stuff that I added. That's all I'm paying for on the rebuy. If I was just to fly this the way it come and it get killed, this thing is reborn with no rebuy cost as long as I've not modified it in any way. So keep that in mind. Close panel. All right, galaxy map. Galaxy map.
Of course.
We are going to go here, which is about 93% done. So we're going to get one round in here probably before it's over with. We're going to go inside the area, and we're going to go right to the planet. I'm going to go right to here and click this button. That's going to zoom us in. I'm going to go to Pelt Base. It's 2 jumps on this ship. The jump ranges and the fuel usage are amazing. If I was to be in another one of my builds, my standard builds, it might be 4 jumps from where my carrier is to here. So yeah, you just never know. You just never can tell. But this ship is, yeah, the jump. This is what makes this a great fighter. So here we go. Oh, we won't run into any problems. Landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Look at the boost speed on this thing. It even gets faster than that. And then sounds are amazing.
Maximum velocity engaged.
And for a jump range of 43 built the way it is, if I was to strip this thing down and use it, and I will build an Explorer out of this,
Systems are at optimal
I could probably get 60 or more out of it.
Now.
Probably get 60 or more out of it.
Executing now.
So far, so good. We haven't been pulled over yet. That is a plus.
Interstellar travel mode engaging now.
And it's a short distance from inside the star. Let's see if we get hyperdicted on the way in. Last couple times I've been over, I haven't been hyperdicted.
Key systems are at optimal
Yeah,
levels.
we're going to get it
Ready
this
for
time.
exit.
Just remember, if you're going to get hyperdicted, as soon as you come out of that, you just start boosting. And this charge enhanced power distributor, the special you want to run on that is super conduits, because it increases the charge rate on how fast your engines charge back up so you can boost. Now we're just going to leave this Thargoid with us. He's never going to be able to catch us. He may even go clean off the target screen. Yeah, he's going to go clear almost off the target screen. So fast. and so nimble. This thing just turns. It's just unbelievable how fast this thing turns and moves. Oh, sounds amazing.
Executing now.
And look at this super overcharge. I'm just going to do this. That thing just flies so straight. It's unbelievable how good this thing flies. 3/4 impulse.
3/4 impulse. Engaging.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we'll have to back it back down here just a minute. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't wait. We waited too long to back it down. But this ship is just as fun if you put all azimuth multi-cannons and beams on it. It's just as fun. It just doesn't kill as fast, and if you run into a basilisk, it'll take you a little bit to exert a Bassie. And we may run into one here now, I don't know. We're at 93% left on this invasion. There's one other invasion that doesn't have any ground assault, I think. So we might try this. We might try this on a, cause see how this is a medium. This ship can also be used in space invasion. It doesn't have to be a planetary because it's a small or it's a medium ship, which is great. It's amazing. I think it's a fighter. That's my personal opinion. I don't know what the Frontier has in mind other than the jump range, and the fuel economy on this ship is some of the best I've ever seen. You can jump 8 jumps without having to fuel this thing. 8 jumps. Depending on how it's engineered, everybody does FSD for distance, but depending on get a little faster up here. It's taking too long. Night vision.
That's affirmative, Captain.
Roll call.
Reporting for duty.
Standing by.
Standing by.
Standing by.
Standing by.
Thank you.
You're welcome, of course.
Night vision.
Confirmed.
Power to end. Power to weapons. Power to weapons.
Max weapons.
Warning.
So you got to watch that heat. You got to manage the heat. Without heat sinks, standard heat sinks, and you need the caustics. You got to manage it. That's why the shard cannons. You really got to watch them when you use them. Because if you get your ship too hot, and then you will have issues with modules failing. They'll malfunction and start to fail on you. Don't go into the caustic, Highlander. Closer you get to these things, the faster you can kill them. See, these number 2s, they don't take out scouts as fast as the 3s will. So I shoot these also with the shard cannons, which really increases the damage on them. That way I don't have to use so many bullets. And of course, if the NPCs are in there, that helps out a lot too. They really die quick when they're shooting them. Guys are getting shot. Yeah, here come the Thargoids. Here come the... Let's see what pops out of here first. So we got our 500,000 voucher. Ready for the burst? Always lock and do your scan. I put my shutdown, or I put my scanner on with my shard cannons, that way I can hold the button down and not waste bullets. Now with a fixed weapon, you can shoot just like this, and you can take the parts off. If those were gimbaled, you'd have to lock on. Now the beams are gimbaled. These are good for helping take down shields too. But you gotta time them. You just don't want to melee really, really fast, or you'll overheat the ship. See, I gotta cool it back down with the beams. There's the second one. Now we're going to cool the ship back down. Some guys use one beam. I like to fill up. I like to use two. I don't like to leave the slots open. Almost through the shields again. Gravity's good here at this particular site. Doesn't matter, this ship stops so fast you wouldn't believe it. Now this time we're going to lock on to a exerted hard. Show you the difference. Look how fast that ship turns. That thing's amazing. Here comes the surge. And always use that shutdown neuralizer. Set it up as a button. Don't put that on your. Don't put that in a firing group. You don't need to. Set it as a dedicated button on your HOTAS or on your keyboard, whichever way you're flying. Always set that shutdown neuralizer up as a separate button. I got him. Look at the burst boost on that. That's just amazing how fast that is. And the ship holds up so well. And always take care of your scouts as soon as you can. Alright, let's look and see where we're at. We are at 84%. We're good. Let's go find us another Thargoid. Got plenty of bullets. Gotta be one over here. Those are scouts. Oh, they're probably down here at the base. Well, let's get this scout first. We gotta do another scan. Right, one shot. Them short cannons are nasty. They're just nasty. Good for helping rip down shields too. Alright, here's something coming else in. We got one exerted already. Here comes the surge. Uh-oh. Might have got it too early. Nope, I managed to save it. These beams are good for helping rip down these shields. I wish they were a little larger. Another one bites the dust. Now we're gonna go down. Let's take care of some of these scouts. Might want to go ahead and I don't even. Oh, he has found me. Alright, I'm gonna give you some. Relax. Scanning him and shooting him at the same time. Look at that shot. Look at that. That's awesome. They can't run from you. This ship is way too fast. Give me the lightning. Oh, we got scouts shooting us like crazy. That's the problem here. We have got to get these scouts. They are just nasty. Scouts will tear you up more than the Cyclops as well, guys. Scouts are just brutal. Always got to watch your caustic sinks. Get rid of that caustic. That caustic will eat you up. Alright, we got plenty of targets. I'm going to go down and repair here in a minute. Take care of a few more of these scouts. Yeah, we've already ran our multi-cannons out of ammo. The ship lasts longer than the ammo does. We're about out on there. Sorry about that, I had a quick phone call. Powered engines.
Max engines.
Landing gear.
Lowering gear.
Quick landing and down the road we go again. Landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Power to weapons.
Power to weapons.
Don't waste your bullets. Wait till the shields come back up. Then you can let him have it. See this pauses though I'm taking, so I don't build up too much heat on those. You fire these things really, really fast, you will get hot. Well, I'm gonna have to put another module. I changed a little bit. I'm getting a little bit more cracking, and so I'm gonna need to add a module protection. Damn it. Should have had him. There's a lot of, look at the scouts. Holy crap, there's a lot of scouts. Guys gotta always remember to take care of these scouts. These things will tear you to pieces. That's another reason why I use the shark cannons. Now I'm going to go ahead and land and repair. I don't need a lot of repair, but I might as well do it while I'm here. Power to engines.
Transferring power to engine.
Landing gear.
Gear down.
Just relaunch right away. Get her done. We're getting close to being halfway done with this instance. Oh, now my bird and my cat are gonna fight on my ship. Listen to them. Landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Well, I'm scanning him. They can tell. Fire the weapons.
Diverting power.
Always got to make sure your pips are right or you'll overheat your ship. Two pedals down already. But this time we got a little NPC help on this one. It makes it a little nicer. He's gonna burst. Always burst after the third pedal. Got him. Swing back around and get these scouts. Oh, here comes another one. I'm gonna ignore him for now because we need to thin these scouts out. And you get a bunch of these scouts together and they're more deadlier than the actual Cyclops is. They are just absolutely nasty little creatures. There I'm just tagging, there's NPCs around, so I'm just tagging multiple scouts. That way if they get killed, I still get paid. Well, Mr. Thargoid's come to visit. We don't have him scanned yet. Let him wander off. We're going to kill a little bit more scouts first, thin them out. They're bringing plenty of protection today. Always try to do a flyby. I just go kill one more. Where is he? He's right over here. Powered engines.
Acknowledged.
Power to weapons.
Transferring power to weapon.
Alright. Doing pretty good. Making good time. Ah, 2%. Daggone it. Bye-bye. Don't get in the caustic. Alright, let's go ahead and land and repair. Restock back up. I got almost 3/4 of the one dead over there. I can see it over there already. Powered engines.
Powering engines.
And we're getting closer. Landing gear.
Geared down.
And this ship slows down so well. It's amazing. Oh, just in time, a new burst. That means we got a new Thargoid in here. And I'm gonna pause this just for 1 second. All right, I'm back. Power to weapons.
Max weapons.
Landing gear.
Retracting landing.
kill this heavily wounded one first. Take long to get to him. See the range on those shard cannons? Look at the range on them things. It's insane. Oh, look, one's shooting me in the back. He's not playing fair. That's not very nice. Where'd he go? There he is. We'll just go back to the same one, I guess. Bye-bye. Flip around. Scout time. This one's closer. This nope here hasn't been scanned yet. Balance power.
Resetting.
Power to weapons.
Max weapons.
Demise. That's what I wanted. Light the pedal up. Take it right off. Look at that. These shard cannons are just amazing. Alright, this scout's gonna make me mad. I'm gonna have to turn around and kill it. He's a back shooter. Here's his brother, cousin, sister, mother right here. At this moment, he realized Don't worry, I'll get him. right off at that distance. It's amazing. Look, the canister. Look how fast this thing is. Look, gotta slow down not to pass him up. What? That guy right here must be glitched. I don't know what he's doing. We are way up here. Holy crap, I didn't realize we were this high up. I have never seen a turquoise do this. This guy's glitched. He's dead. Wow. Where in that world are we? We are way up here. Way up here. Powered engines.
Powered engines.
Oh, we can't go up. We can't do that. We gotta... They're already up here. We can't. I can't not... Yeah. Go ahead. We do that now, we're gonna be in serious trouble. Power to weapons.
Power to weapons.
I don't know why they came so high up. They're glitched or something. It's weird. never seen Dark Cyclopses do this before. They're not getting their shields. This is so weird. I've never seen this do this before. They are totally glitched or something. Let's see, we gotta take care of these scouts though. Have to take care of these scouts while we're here. If we lose these scouts, they may never come back down. I have never, ever seen them go this high like that. Ever. Looks like we got some Thargoids down here, big time. I see 3 of these. All right, let's get landed. I got 85% of my ship. I'm low on bullets. Those, I've never seen Cyclopses do that. I've never seen them go that high in the air and do that before. We got 3 Cyclopses left down here, and that should be the last 3. We're getting real close to the end. Landing gear.
Deploying landing module.
Alrighty then. Landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Yeah, we might as well take care of these guys first. got... Oh, let's repair that real quick. Always remember your caustic sinks. Let's see. Gotta be something left somewhere. There it is. Knew it was here somewhere. Powered engines.
Powering engines.
Scout's gonna be one of them too. I think that's a scout right there. Let's see. Let's kill the scout and get it out of the way first. Yeah. Should be the last scout. Let's get this guy scanned up, finish him off. Almost scanned. Wait for it, wait for it. There we go, where did he go? Here comes the surge. External camera.
Bravo!
Take a photo. Take a photo.
Capturing image.
External camera.
Change camera.
Excellent. That's it. We don't need to hang around for hydras. Retract weapons.
Retracting all weapons.
Engage super cruise.
Superluminal speeds achieved.
Gonna boost off the atmosphere. Galaxy map.
Welcome to stellar cartography.
Close panel.
Exiting cartography.
Well, this is an absolute ship that's a pleasure to fly. I'm gonna make a human version of this ship when I get back into human NPC fighting. and we'll see how it goes from there. But it's an absolutely
Interstellar travel mode
brutal ship.
engaged.
I just love it. See what we made here in just a minute.
Key systems are at
Been
optimal levels.
flying about an hour and 15 minutes of actual flight time.
Completing system scan. Stand by. Gathering information. Cartography has now been updated. $136,820,000. That's not bad. It's above average. It's above average. Of course, I wouldn't go after Hydras in this. I haven't faced a Medusa in this ship build yet, but I still wouldn't want to do that without a group. Still wouldn't want to face a Medusa without a group. A Hydra, they're just... You need a Scanning for
major group to
information.
handle that. The anti-Xeno guys. And it is still a job. 3/4 impulse.
3/4 impulse.
Almost back to the home 20. Night vision. Night vision.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm gonna show you. Full speed. I'm gonna show you how fast this ship stops. That's amazing how fast that slows down. That is really fast. Landing gear.
Lowering gear.
All right. No, my cat and my parrot's gonna get into it. My cockpit friends. The cat and the parrot are always fighting. No matter what I do, they won't get along. Good grief. Let the cat out. Let the parrot out.
That's affirmative, Captain.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Captain.
All right. Of course, 25% goes to my carrier, and I made $102,615,000 on a little over an hour's worth of flying, and had fun doing it. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me a message. When the video gets posted, you'll see it and reply. Like and or share, please, and always be careful out there and fly straight, and have a great day. Thanks.